Hi, this is Monica from Add a Little Dazzle, and in today's video we are going to teach you how to take a plain candle and add some color to it to create a beautiful effect. So stay tuned. In order to dye your candle, there are some items that you are going to need to have on hand. For example, first of all, you're going to need a candle. It is important that your candle doesn't have a little mountain on it, but that it has a well inside of it, because this will help the wax to melt inwards and not drip over. In addition, you're going to need to have some rubbing alcohol, in which you will use this to clean the outside of your candle before we begin painting it. This will remove any oils and any residues from the candle so that the ink will adhere to the candle. You will also need some gloves. You will need some alcohol ink in the color of your choice. You can also make different combinations. But for today's project, I am going to be using the cranberry alcohol ink. And you will need this applicator tool, and you will need some little felt pads. Once you have all these items, then you're ready to begin creating your beautiful candle. Okay, so I now have my gloves on to protect my hands, and I have the basic items I need. Here is my applicator, and here's my piece of felt. And I'm just simply going to attach it there, press down. And there's a Velcro underneath it here, so it will hold it in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and set these to the side. Now, sometimes you do get a little bit of this alcohol ink on your hands. And if you do, then I recommend that you take the Stampin' Up! Stays On cleaner, place a little bit on your where you have the ink, and just rub it right off and it'll come off. So here's my felt and my applicator, and I'm going to take my alcohol ink and I'm going to apply drops right here. 1, 2, 4. And I'm applying more because I'm going to be working with a candle, but you don't have to. Now, if you want to add some extra colors to it, then you could put that in there. You're not limited to just one color, but just to begin with, I only want to use one color. And so here's my candle. I've already gone ahead and cleaned it and removed all the residue, and I have my gloves on. So I'm going to place my candle like this, and I'm just going to take it and press down, and you can see that the ink is on the candle. Now, a lot of people ask, should I be concerned that this candle cannot be lit? No, you shouldn't be concerned, because this candle can be lit, because once the ink dries, the alcohol evaporates and it is now safe to use. I went ahead and tried it, and I lit a candle in my office for an hour and nothing happened. Continue the process. Now what I do is I cover my entire candle with one layer first, and because I'm dabbing it like this, it creates a beautiful marble effect on my candle. And if you had it in different colors, it will look gorgeous. So you're going to go ahead and continue this process until you have put on the first layer of ink on your candle. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished covering my candle with the first layer of alcohol ink, and now I'm going to start on my second layer. So I've already inked my applicator tool, and I'm going to go over it again a second layer, and I'm trying to go for the marble effect. So I'm just kind of dabbing it like this to create that effect. And as you can see, it's starting to get darker in comparison here to that side. And so at this point, go ahead and make that second layer on top of your candle, holding it like this because you don't want to be touching your candle because the ink needs to dry first. So go ahead and do that, and then I will be back to teach you how to do this top area. Okay, so as you can see here, I have finished creating the darker marbled effect on my candle. I did find that I was having some spots where it just wasn't creating that marbled effect, and so what I did was I let that underneath layer dry, and then once it dried, I went ahead and applied more ink on it until I created the marble effect that I wanted. And as you can see, this is absolutely gorgeous, and you can add gold and silver to just really give it that Christmassy look. But now that we've done this, we got to let it dry, but we don't want to leave this top part white, and so we want to color it, and you can color it. So what I do is I take an extra piece of felt just in my hand with my gloves. I put some drops on there of the alcohol ink, and I start dabbing it right there like that. Because this has that well, the applicator will not go in there and get all those areas. So like this, using this method allows you to go in and really cover it. And so you're going to do the first layer just like we did at the bottom, let it dry, and then go for your second layer to create that marbled effect. As you can see here, I have completely covered the inside of the candle area with this little felt piece and just dabbed it in, let it dry, and then continued creating that marble effect. And if I wanted to, I can go in and add more. Now, once you have finished coloring this candle, my recommendation is that you let it dry for at least 24 hours because you don't want your fingers touching it or anything, or you're going to end up with fingerprints on it. Now, like I mentioned, once this is dry, you can light it. Because it's alcohol ink, the alcohol will evaporate, and the only thing that will remain on this candle is the ink. Now, I absolutely love this idea because there are so many alcohol ink colors available and so many combinations you can make using this technique to create a candle in any color you want. Now it's time to say goodbye to searching for hours frantically for the candles that match your decor and spending tons of money. And you can create this yourself easily with some alcohol ink. Tomorrow I invite you to come back to addalittledazzle.com, and we are going to teach you how to create a stunning metal embossed wrap for a candle. You don't want to miss this because this is absolutely gorgeous, and it'll help you create beautiful candles. If you love projects like this and you want to take your crafting to the next level, then I invite you to join the Add a Little Dazzle Virtual Club. Become a member today and get ready to be dazzled with amazing projects every month in the comfort of your home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay in your PJs and create amazing projects. All you need to do is go to www.addalittledazzleonline.com and register today and get ready to be dazzled with some amazing projects. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at monica@addalittledazzle.com, and make sure to come back tomorrow and in the weeks to come as we continue to take this candle up a notch. And tomorrow, get ready to see an amazing, beautiful metal embossed sleeve for this candle. Thanks, and have a dazzling day.